Hello everyone and welcome to Caroline's Craftery. Today we have the Masterboard Madness 2026 hosted by Hazel Anaka Designs. There'll be a whole bunch of links in the description box for Hazel's channel, as well as all these wonderful people that are taking part in the Masterboard Madness. So it runs all of March, and this is Hazel's second year of hosting this. It's also my second year of taking part in it, and I'm excited. Now, I believe I showed these last year. And these were just a magazine that I was just doing scraps in. Now, Masterboard, what are they? What are they used for? The description of them are endless, and what they're used for is endless. But these are just ones that I actually put together a long time ago, and I have not used yet. So it's just kind of crazy why I don't use them. They're great for so many things. I didn't do the backs because maybe I'm going to do a pocket and I don't even need to do anything with the back. I'll decide that when the time comes. What can you use in a masterboard? Anything you want. So this one here is all kind of more neutral. So book pages and music paper and ledger paper and handwriting stuff, and I say it's just a little more neutral, which these are so good to use. And why haven't I used them? I have no idea. No idea at all. Probably because I forget that they're there. But I was recently at a retreat, and I had a whole bunch of just strips that were evenly cut. Like, so there's, I think, 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch strips. So while I was at the retreat, I made these because I thought that was one of the projects I took to do, was to work on my stuff for this Masterboard Madness. So there is 3 things that are left. These are done on the same magazines as these are, but I just cut the pages out because the strips are really long. So this was like probably an 11-inch sheet that I cut up, so that way I could just run it off the page and cut it off a lot easier. So now what to make with these? Well, while I was at the retreat, I needed something to do because I had ran out of my other projects, believe it or not. So it gave me an opportunity to do these. Now what I did with these was I took some of these magazine papers that I already had at the retreat, and I cut them into rectangle shapes. Then after I cut all these into tag shapes. Once I glued all my strips down, so you can tear your stuff for your masterboard, use napkins, use paper, cut them into strips, cut them into squares, cut them into weird shapes, use die cuts, whatever. It doesn't matter. You can do whatever you have and whatever you think of. But because I was looking for something to do, I happened to have this die cut with me and some green paper. So I cut a whole bunch of these leaves. I cut a whole bunch of, being that I had strips, I just made folded paper ribbon, put them like that. My friend Terry had a die cut of this butterfly. So I just used some scraps that I had to cut out butterflies, and I made tags. Quick, simple, easy tags, and they look fabulous. In the back, I did a distressed butterfly from the negative of cutting those out. And I think they turned out fabulous. I will eventually back them with just a straight off-white, probably tan-colored backing. And then I'll probably end up putting a row of stitching around it. But I made a whole bunch of these in no time at all using these strips. Because of the fact that I cut smaller pieces out, sometimes I find these big sheets just kind of awkward to work with. Like, awkward to glue the stuff down, because then I've got to start matching them up. It works fine, but I prefer actually using a smaller piece that I'm going to use. So I cut a bunch of these magazine pages down, and then after I trimmed off the edges. So now these are kind of all the same, because I had to work with what I had. And what I had was these two dies, the green paper, and I got to use my friend's butterfly. Something else I did with a bunch of the strips. But just a good way of using a master board. Now, whether you do it in a smaller piece like I did here, or you make it in big strips, or, you know, like a page, or whether you keep them in a book like this, you can still use them. Like, I can still tear this page out, cut it into what size I want, which I would probably cut a big strip off the end, and then I would cut this one this way and this one twice that way, and make like a long skinny tag, or make this smaller and make like a bookmark type style with that. So then this could be a little bit bigger. I figure what, 1, 2, 3, 4, so probably 6 tag journaling cards I would get out of one page. I would definitely utilize as much of this as I could by planning out how I was going to cut it. But doing it this way, they're the determined size, and here I went this way and that away, just to kind of change it up a little bit. Some I went straight up and down, some I went straight across, others I did diagonal. But these are great tags, and they can be used in so many journals. They do tend to twist a little bit just from the moisture of the glue and stuff. I used glue stick for gluing the strips down, and then I used white glue to glue all the pieces down. Now this one here, you probably can't see it, but this strip here, it's actually like hasn't been done. It's just part of the page. So I didn't even do any collage masterboarding over that little piece. Doesn't matter. Looks good. But yeah, just some fun projects using masterboards. As I say, there is 101 ways to use them, 101 ways to make them, and 101 different materials that you can use to make them. Some of these I am thinking on adding a napkin to the top of it. So just getting a designer napkin and, you know, maybe flowers or something like that. Flowers are always great to have. And just putting a napkin on the top of that. Whether I do it in little pieces or I do it in like the whole napkin, not sure. But it would look really good because you're going to see everything underneath the napkin. But yeah, check out all the other videos that are involved with Masterboard Madness. Subscribe to all their channels. Doing these collabs are great to get seen by different people and to help all of our channels grow and just to help you to decide, what do I want to make? How do I do that? What do I do? You know, what supplies do I need? And that's why we do this. We do it to help you out and because we enjoy doing them. So as I say, check out all the links, subscribe, share, comment to the videos, and have fun watching them all. And we will see you soon in another video. Bye.